may hear the airplane. We're close to an airport. It's a beautiful park, and we are close to an airport. So you hurt me. This notion that someone else can be responsible for my emotional reaction is another obstacle. And I've talked in other videos, and I talk in my books and in my writing about one of our goals is to discover the obstacles. If our essence is pure love, and I'm not experiencing that love on a daily basis, then there must be something blocking me from that experience. And that's what I refer to as an obstacle. So what I'm talking about today is just another obstacle. And it's this concept or this notion of placing blame outside of myself for the feelings that I'm experiencing or the emotions that I'm having. I'm responsible for my feelings, no one else. And in thinking that someone else can't hurt me with their words or with their actions, obviously other than physical pain or hurting, to think that someone else can be responsible for that in many ways is delusional. To think that someone else can be responsible for my anger is also delusional. And it results in me suffering. 9 times out of 10, when I think someone has said something that hurt me or made me mad, I'm suffering. I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling mad, and they're out going on about their life with no idea the experience I'm having. And this can apply whether their intent was to hurt me or their intent was loving. So if we take just a minute and look at that, a typical scenario can be I'm in relation with someone, they say something, I feel hurt. Well, what takes place there is what they said cannot be hurtful in itself. It's my interpretation of what they said that results in the feelings that I have. It's my the meaning that I attach to what they said that results in my feeling hurt. And so in the looking, it's very beneficial for me to look at the experience and to step back and look at what interpretation am I making? What meaning am I attaching to whatever the statement was that I think left me feeling hurt? Now, the statement can leave me feeling hurt. That's very different than saying the statement made me feel hurt or that the person made me feel hurt. I've had many, many instances in my life where I had said something to someone with the most loving intention, and the result was they ended up feeling hurt. And this caused a lot of conflict in the relationship until we were able to sit down and look at it and discuss it. And we were able to uncover or notice that while I was attempting to be very loving, because of the recipient's background, their past, their history, their life experience, all of the things that they've learned through life, because of all of that, their interpretation of what I said is drastically different from the intent in which I said it. So there was great learning on their part in this discussion when they have an aha moment that goes, wow, I had no idea that that's where you were coming from, that's what you meant. I heard it this way. To really break it down, I could say, when you said blank, I thought you meant blah, 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 and then I felt hurt. That's really what's happening. Now, in another video, I talk about this concept of diminishment, and the diminishment is in there. The only reason I would feel hurt by someone's statement is if I feel diminished in some way. And the diminishment is so fleeting that the minute the statement is made, I feel diminished, I'm somehow less, and to cover that up, I go right to hurt or mad. And then I judge myself. I don't like the fact that I'm feeling hurt or mad, and so I project it out onto the other person and say they're responsible. Now I feel better. And it's really messy. It gets really messy very quickly. So let's bring it back and keep it simple. The simplicity is to start to look and notice when you are feeling hurt or angry by something or someone said, to bring awareness to that and then to be able to take a few minutes in silence and stillness and just look. It's very beneficial. It's very beneficial for me to sit down when I feel hurt by something someone said and to look at it in the exact way that I just talked about, and to explore it and ask myself questions like, what, the facts are neutral. So what was said, and try to remove myself from the emotion of what was said. And then look for, what's the story that I'm making up? What's the meaning that I'm attaching to that statement? What's the interpretation I'm making of it? And 9 times out of 10, actually 10 out of 10 times, I will discover that my resulting feeling of me feeling hurt is based in a story that I'm making up about what that means. If you like what you just watched, subscribe to this channel and visit my website at jamespatrickmcdonald.com for more subscription-related content.